Labco agents, and these are Facebook groups.
Oh, okay.
Lead gen and scripts.
I think I already added a couple.
You already added that, great. And then real estate rockstar agents.
Yeah, I did that one in the lab coat.
Yeah.
What was the third one?
Real estate rockstar agents and lead generation and scripts.
Real estate script.
Yes, lead generation and scripts.
Real estate rock stars, you said?
Rockstar agents.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So those been established over a period
Yeah,
of time?
they have, and sometimes somebody will post something that's a little irrelevant, but a lot of times there's really cool. Like one that was just posted the other day was, there's those people posting, showing videos of how they're calling these expireds and FSBOs online, and they'll actually record themselves doing it, which is really cool, I think. And I actually will go in and listen and see what people are saying in their scripting and everything like that. And sometimes I'll actually post scripting on there, which is great. So I know it's really helped my business, and it kind of reminds you that you kind of have to keep on learning, because you'll get a notification on your Facebook page saying, oh, look, somebody posted this new idea or something like that. But also for like listing marketing, whatever their new tips and tricks out there, it's really cool. So I would recommend always researching new things out there, and I can kind of help you guys out there engaging what's new. So today, like I said, we're talking about lead generation. We already had a lot of these slides are from the last class with working your sphere. But really I want to start out with this so I can kind of remind you the basics and the platform behind everything that we're doing today. So this talks about business goals. So whatever you're doing right now, today will affect your business in 90 days. Don't get wrapped up in your sales and forget to prospect. So you might be busy doing deals. Obviously you want to represent your client to the best you can, and really do a good job for them to get as more exposure to their home and be working with them on a regular basis. But you really have to block time, even though those times when you're doing really good, to really prospect, because when your sales close, who's going to be your next business? That's how real estate kind of works. You're really busy 2 months, and then the next 2 months you have no business. And what do you get? And a lot of times those 2 months that you have no business, that's when real estate agents tend to want to quit, because they don't know what to do. So it's kind of like a never-ending roller coaster at times. The people that prospect still when they're busy, the ones that really make it in this business. 80% of your time should be spent on lead generation. We've talked about this. We've also talked about this too. It's really just a numbers game in this business. That's all it is. So no matter how you slice it, lead generation will always come down to a game of numbers. Getting in front of people and making as many touches a day with people is the key to this business. So that was actually a quote from Gary Keller, who started Keller Williams, that I took and I liked. Again, so this is the platform that we're going to be talking about today, talking about how to bring everybody from the general public to your allied resources, how to bring everybody into your core group from people that you've met around at different, whether it's a networking event or an open house, or just people that live in the same town that you live in. Okay, Martin, could you say what the general public is defined as?
The general public. The people out there whom you have not met and who do not know you. You'll need to use a large variety of prospecting and marketing sources to generate leads in this category.
Linda,
keep going.
No.
Target group, people you have not met and do not know, but these are people with whom you would specifically like to do business. Because of this, you will need to implement a very specific marketing campaign to generate leads.
Jason?
Your contacts, these are people that you have met. You will need to continue to market with this group to maintain and deepen relationships.
Rob?
I can read it. Allied Resources, it's the up-close reading that it can be challenging at times. Allied Resources comprise a very select subset of your network. These are people you expect to do business with or receive business leads from every year. You will market to them as well as meet with them one-on-one several times a year at least.
Great. Okay, so like I said, the key is moving people from your outer circles into your inner circles. Again, these are just the basics. We'll go over this real quick. So everyone you met goes into an 8x8 program followed by a 33 touch, and we're going to go into that in a second. So the 8x8 is a systematic way of establishing relationships and setting in the minds who you are and opportunities your business represents to them. The 33 touch campaign is a systematic marketing prospecting technique which ensures a year-round contact with the Mets. These are people that you've already met. So an example of the 33 touch method. And so, this isn't just, email campaigns. These are a little bit of everything. You want to hit them in different ways. Let's say somebody doesn't always checking their email. You might catch them with a piece of mail that arrived to their mailbox. Or this could even be social media. These are, a lot of this is kind of the traditional way of thinking. There's obviously a lot of new tools out there to reach new people, whether it's, text message, video, social media, like I just said, Facebook boosting, that sort of thing. Those are also examples of different touches that you can have with your sphere.
I'm doing the cards right now.
That's great.
For Chinese New Year.
Oh,
I'm
great.
doing 100 of them.
Awesome. So you do that just once a year to your entire sphere?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Different creative ways to go about it, obviously. The 12 direct campaign is a way of building relationships that you haven't met. We're going to be talking about that today. I think a great way to be able to implement the 12 direct campaign in your business is through email, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that and how you can use a CRM, or whether it's just an email server. It's like MailChimp or Campaign Monitor, those things that you've seen out there. That could be that's what I would recommend. But this could also mean a piece of mail that you're sending out, 12 times a year, so once a month. So consolidating your contacts in one place. So bringing all your different social media contacts, that's a great way. Like when I first got into business, I was thinking gosh, how am I going to get all these contacts from all these people that I've met? I purposely kind of lost touch with a lot of people from high school. I can't remember who I was talking to, So one thing I did was I went through all my different social media outlets and figured out, looking at either people's followers, who they're following. And it was a good way just to kind of remind me of, the people that I had known and, before college and, that sort of thing. So, and I'm actually going to show you how you can export your contacts from LinkedIn today. So it's a good tool that you can have. So, exporting your contacts from LinkedIn to Facebook, gather email lists from people that you're involved with, alumni groups, nonprofit groups, any type of social groups that you guys are in, really, that you guys go to on a regular basis. I would recommend if you guys all joining some sort of group, even if it's uncomfortable to your business, because it's a great way to really get to know a mass amount of people. Dustin Fife just told me that he just joined a men's softball team. So little things like that can go a long ways. Going on the phones is great and all, but really it's about establishing relationships with people and getting to know new faces and everything. So whatever you can do to do that is huge. So different ideas. So this is where I'm going to talk about this more today, breaking out your different databases. So I'm actually going to show you how I've organized different Excel spreadsheets with my different groups and how I'm going to put that into my CRM so I can drip through that to them throughout time. So these are the 4 groups that you want to organize your database into. Your allied resources, your haven't met, your buyers, and your sellers. Your haven't met is the same thing as the general public and your target group. So it's the same. They call it the haven't mets. And then the key is obviously bringing people from your general public and your allied resource into buyers and sellers. So current clients that you're working with. Now it's time that you can put this strategy to work using the CRM. So, but before that, I'm going to hand out this. That's going to go into a little bit more detail here. If you can take one, pass it down. Does anybody have any questions yet so far? Okay, so if you're all looking at the sheet here, so first off, we're going to start with the general public and target market. This is going to basically go into more detail how you can really organize your different touches with these different databases throughout time. So again, there's the 12 direct, the 33 touch, and then there's the 8x8 program. So you'll notice on the very back page that it starts off with the general public and your target market. So these are people that you do not know. These are people with whom you'd specifically like to do business with. Because of this, you'll need to implement a very specific marketing campaign to generate leads with these target audiences. So these might be people that you're friends with on social media that you don't never actually talk to in person. Mm-hmm. These might be people that you did an open house within like a neighborhood that you really want to focus on with your niche. These might be people that are involved with the high school that your kid goes to. These are specifically people that you have not met, and the importance is really be able to collect these people's contact information, and you can do that with a variety of ways. Whether like an open house, collecting their information, whether maybe you're in a big group, maybe you're able to extract a database from these different groups that you're involved with, or it could be just your social media contacts, like I've said. So you're gonna start with the 12 touch campaign, and that's how you can use the email campaign, print, and then once they go from the general public and target market, they're gonna become your contacts. So once you start dripping on these people and they start to engage back with you, then they're gonna go on the 8x8 program. And that's going to be, you're going to be contacting at least one of these people from your general public target market at least once a week for 8 weeks. So that's what this comes from the different, real estate educational programs out there. This is what they suggest that you do. And then from there, they're gonna become your allied resources. So this is your core group of people. These are your friends, your family. These are the people that are going to be promoting you on a regular basis, and you got to expect that you do business with these people. So I say right here, it further defines allied resources. So the allied resources comprise a very select subset of your network. These are people expected to do business with or receive leads from every year. You will market to them as well as meet with them one-on-one several times a year at least. These people get put on a 33 touch campaign. The 30 touch campaign is a systematic marketing prospecting technique which ensures year-round contact with the Mets, people you have already met. This means touching your allied resources at least 3 times a year. This means mailings, emails, letters, cards, drop-offs, etc., thinking of you cards, telephone calls, personal cards, holiday cards. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I do.
Yeah.
People you do business with, they're not really friends, but you see them.
Yeah.
You're paying them, whatever.
Right.
What specific market would you put those people in?
So I would put them. So you don't already know them. You said
You know them, but they're not friends.
But they're not friends. You do that.
No, like you're
Okay.
not out there doing. You're not
Hairdresser.
Right.
But hairdresser,
facials,
nails, things like that. There we
Boutique
go.
you go to regularly.
Right.
Like somebody-
So that would be your contacts.
That's what I thought.
Those are contacts.
Those are contacts.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a great example actually. So, and then the key
a
is
lot of
really. Those are the best people, the people that you already know, but
A
you're
lot
not
of
not close with. You wouldn't expect that they would send you any business yet.
I know.
But when the time's right, you can ask.
Yeah.
And I qualified I just got my haircut yesterday,
Mhm.
and qualified my hairdresser, and she was like, totally.
Mhm.
We're not ready right now,
Mhm.
but if I run across anybody, family
Right.
or friend who's interested in buying or selling, I
Yeah.
would totally refer
Absolutely.
them
Absolutely.
to. And this is somebody I see,
Regularly.
once
So
a
it's-
month, maybe.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So these people go in the
Well,
8x8 program. Start reaching
Yeah.
out to them, letting them know
Right.
that you want their business. Start sending them stuff. They know who you are, right? You just need to gain their
Yeah,
trust.
all these people have my cards. I just didn't know what to put them in
Yeah.
because we're talking about what type of campaigns and where
Yeah.
we would move them around.
Did you
Right.
really?
So,
Did you really?
I mean,
No
I see my
way.
hairdresser every 5 weeks, so he's got a
Exactly.
bunch of my cards. He actually put them in a station.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so, but I never knew, like, what to classify
Yeah.
these people as, because they're not social friends,
Uh-huh.
so.
Well, I guess if they start as your contact though, because then you're going to touch them once a week for 8 weeks.
Right.
You're not going to then repeat that 8
Right.
weeks. So you're going to hope that they would then become an allied resource.
Right, and
so
now,
you might start them in your contacts now, do your 8-week
Right.
campaign, give them a little break, then, you know, as in 2 or 3 weeks break rather than once a week,
well, because,
and then
because they text you
Yeah.
and say, your appointment is such and such, so.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, it doesn't hurt to do
Yeah.
that, but I just wanted to put like a faces and names.
Yeah,
to it,
but make
so.
sure to keep on them because these contacts that but you're not they're not part of your core group of people. You talked for 1 month and let's say you don't talk for another 2 months. They're gonna go use another
Yeah.
somebody
Right.
that referred to them from another friend.
No, you wanna ask them every time you see
You
them,
gotta, you gotta
basically.
keep up on them. That's important. It's happened to me. I knew somebody that I wasn't great friends with, but was in was an alumni from U of O that I've been talking to for a long time, and then I didn't talk to him for 3 months, and then I reached out to him again, and he had already bought with somebody else.
Right,
So that's
Right.
my fault, right? That's not his fault. That's I
Right.
should have stayed more in touch.
then
So
if he was
that-
in your contacts, you would have contacted him every week. For 8
Exactly.
weeks.
Right, you would have emailed you.
And I can't. And really, this is about placing emphasis on the fact that you really need to plan out your plan of attack on touching these people throughout time because you will forget.
okay.
You will forget. Hey, Brody, is Cameron on his way?
I'll give him a call.
Okay.
Are there people getting headshots done today?
No.
Adam is.
Adam?
Lauren is.
Just
Any others?
headshot today.
You can get a headshot done today.
I,
Yeah, if you want. That's
Is he good?
$50.
I always like
And
to.
then how many,
Is he good?
Yeah.
Business cards.
is this for like business card?
Yeah, whatever you want to use it
Oh.
for. Yeah, just professional headshots. So yeah, you can get new business cards if you like.
It's just the photo,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and then
Yeah.
you can use the photo.
Yeah, I need a new one.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the first things I typically when they get licensed, get a headshot. Because you're going to need it for all your marketing, right? So I'm going to hand out some examples of how different database contact plans. I'm going to take one, pass it down here. So. So these are birthday cards. These are it could be a phone call, an email. Really plan out your different touches with these people, and it's important to not just do one thing, but do a little bit of everything. Alright. Did everybody get one here? So what I recommend is taking these contact plans and then maybe writing out what you want to do. One thing doesn't work for everybody, right? So plan out what's best for you, what you think your sphere would appreciate the most. Plan it out and then create a plan and then organize that with your CRM, and use the task management system to remind you. So, for me, I have a reminder once a month to go in and set out another email campaign in my sphere. I also have another reminder to, I have set reminders within my CRM to call people, on certain dates throughout the year to remind me because, if you have a big enough database, you tend to forget to reach out to these people, right? And
Quick question.
yeah.
For all these holiday events, does Sumo have a card manufacturing thing, or do you go through private?
So you would go. So we can create the cards for you.
Yeah.
But you would have to just go through bear printing to So we'll do the creative, but then it's up to you to take care of the printing.
Okay, I
Does
see.
that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to show you guys how to export contacts from LinkedIn. Does everybody have a LinkedIn account here? Okay, great. So this is kind of a little a tool that I've kind of found on my own that I've seen is to bring me some success because it's a great way to gain contacts and it's so easy to export your contacts from LinkedIn and get everybody's emails and contact information from one place. I don't know about you guys, but anybody that I have a professional relationship with, I'm probably connected with them on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's great because they have an algorithm of connecting with people that you want to do business with and people that you've done business with before. And so I've found that to be pretty effective. So what you'll do is you're going to go to, let me see that. Okay. So you're going to go to My Network. So it's kind of funky on my screen. Here. Why is it doing that? Okay. So continue on the left here.
You're just in your contacts.
Okay. And then, sorry, it's just it's the way that the HDMI connects here, I guess. And then you're gonna go to.
Your head is
Where is it? Here, I'm gonna disconnect this for a second here. Sorry, guys. Okay. Skip that.
Can we Google it?
Yeah, you can also Google it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Okay, gotcha. So that's I just had to get past that part right there.
Can you start from the start?
I can. So you're gonna go to My Network. Continue. Skip. Skip. Done for now. Okay. So it should show up here. Why is it doing that? Gosh.
I was able to export my Facebook contacts.
You were? Okay,
After
awesome.
I created a brand new Yahoo account that I didn't have very easily. So
There it
it's
is.
pretty cool.
Okay. So continue.
It's interruption time.
Hi there.
Hey, photographer?
Yes, Brody's actually calling him right now.
Oh, so
yes.
he's not here yet?
I don't believe so. I don't know why. He's supposed. Yeah, he's supposed to be here right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
He should be. Yeah, Brody's talking to him right now. I think so.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So sorry guys, the system's something's glitching out here. Okay, it's not working, whatever it is right now. But you guys can Google how to do it, and it's pretty straightforward how to do it, and it really downloads it right away, and that way into an Excel, and then from there you can actually upload the Excel sheet into Mailchimp, or the CRM, whatever you guys want to use. And then it really is the ability to take out their emails, and that way they go on a monthly drip campaign, and they're getting all your stuff. So now I'm going to show you guys how you would export. Take the list that you exported and how you would put that into the CRM. So
Do you have to make your Excel sheet into a certain format?
yeah, so the way that they like it, I'll show you right here. Yeah, so I'll show you the format that we use.
Just like name, address, phone number. Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's separated first name. last
So
name.
yeah, first name, last name, email, phone number is the format it likes you to put it in, and that's really all you need to know. You might want to even organize it more than that and have like their birthdays on there so that you know when their birthdays are. It's kind of nice to be able to send them a birthday, personal, give them a personal call or an email or something on their birthdays and everything. So I've organized my different databases into different. So I got my general public, I got my allied resources, and I got my buyers and my sellers. So we already kind of talked about that before, and how to organize your different databases. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Basecamp, That's where that's where we kind of want you to start with everything. Everything you need to do within real estate is within this. So start here. You're gonna click on My Leads. You're gonna log into Lion's Desk. And then we're going to first you're gonna have to create the different lists and then based on the different categories, then you're gonna upload your different databases based on the category. So you're going to go to first you're gonna go to marketing. So contact list. So and like you'll notice I already have a past clients one in there too. So once you start doing more business, you're gonna want a database just for your past clients too. So that's another one. But right now we're just gonna talk about new business. So create new list. So general public. Now these go 12 touch campaign. Save new list. And then create new list. Allied resources, and again, these people go in the 33 touch campaign.
Bless you.
And you've already set that up in another area of
Um,
CRM, or that's just what you're naming it.
That's just what I'm naming it, right?
Okay.
Yep. So these are creating the different categories, and really, it doesn't. You don't need to go by outright. So you might want to separate. You could even separate them by your different groups out there. Like these are people that I went to college with. These are people that I know through my
Past coworker.
past coworker. Yeah, that would be anything really. Then
How long have you been using this?
I've been using it. We've only had it probably a couple months, and I've been using it.
Oh, it's that new. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty new, but I love it, and I highly recommend it to everybody. I now use it on a regular basis, and it's been pretty effective. So. Before that, I was just using MailChimp, but I found this to be a lot easier because it has all the templates already in it. And Aaron Stell's going to go into that into a lot more depth about how to use the system and how to create different campaigns. It's really cool because it has all the campaigns already preset in there, and that there's like hundreds of different ones that you can use.
Is the CRM connected with the Lines Desk?
The CRM is Lions.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Right,
I
right.
just didn't get that. And you just sign in with your Suma email and password.
Right, and Brody can help you get set up with that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so you'll set up a username and all that kind of stuff. So.
And you pay $15 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
Why
right?
do you have to go through LinkedIn?
It's gonna be a free month trial.
Okay.
So LinkedIn is just a way of extracting contacts. You don't need to do that. It's just a way of, it's an easier way of finding all your contacts are in a database.
Okay.
So you have to go in individually to each person. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then buyers.
Hi.
I like the interface look. Because I'm trying out conversion right now, but the interface
Oh yeah.
is just
How do you like it so far?
I don't. Conversion?
Conversion. I don't think I've heard of that one.
That's one.
So again, you guys are clicking on marketing, and then you're going to create different categories. And now I'm going to show you guys how to actually upload your different lists. So you're going to go from marketing. You're going to go to contacts. For contacts.
So you have to save your Excel file as a CSV.
Yes, so you got to save it as a CSV file. It's pretty easy. You can export it if it's in the XSLV file format, which Excel automatically puts it in. You can you just have to export it or save it as a CSV file. It's pretty easy. I can help you guys out with that. So allied resources. There's that. Step 2, and then I'm going to choose the contact list, allied resources, and then I'm going to. Contacts. Choose file. Resources. too. And then from there, you're gonna go for organize it. So for the allied resources right now, I only put their emails in. It's better if you have all the information filled in there. It's about having the format so that you can upload it into it. But really, like for me, I took more time just collecting emails than all the rest of the information because that's really what I need in order to send them emails, right? Is their email information. But it is nice to have all the other stuff too. Email.
Are there other campaigns available within Lions Desk as far as mailing your postcards or?
There isn't the ability to do print mail, but there is a lot of other cool features that we'll get into. It's pretty cool. You can do mass text messages, even text message videoing.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So, like for example, we have a couple brokers in our Bethany office that they call FSBOs on a regular basis, and then what they do is they send out a mass video to all the people that they had talked to after. And they said they've seen a lot of results because people are actually going. They can see people going in there and that are watching them and stuff. And then that's the
Because
ability to
it
do that.
tracks, the benefit of doing it through here is it'll track whether they've opened your text message, does it?
Mm-hmm. I believe so. That's
Yeah.
how it works. Yeah. So you'll see you hear it. I'm not sure, but it's currently importing. It takes a few seconds. So after I do that, I'm going to do back and then.
Yes. Okay, see you.
So back to marketing.
This isn't proprietary to Suma, is it?
No, it's a third party. It's a third party. Yeah.
Is it new to Suma or
It's new. Yeah, it's new to Suma. It's
New
been
to
about a couple months now.
new to Suma, not a new CRM? It's just new to Suma.
Right. Correct. Yep. And so we researched tons of CRMs out there, and we found this one to be the best one. We used to have an older one that was kind of a little bit more archaic, and we just didn't like it, so we decided to get something that better suits everybody. So.
Does this do social media stuff too? Can you post like the same thing onto like Facebook, Twitter?
I think you
Instagram?
can.
Like,
I think you
just
can.
Click one
Yeah.
button and be like, boom.
Yeah, Aaron's going to talk about all the different tools that I can do and everything. But really, what's also cool, what I like to do is I like to plan out even my social media posts through this and through the task management feature, and I can create reminders for myself. So I really like to organize out my whole week with my CRM of things that I'm going to do throughout the week and different ways I'm going to be dripping on people.
And when they
Yeah.
opt out, do you get notification, or does it automatically delete it from the CRM and put it into?
Yeah, when they unsubscribe, you'll get you'll know. Basically, you'll get they'll be put onto the unsubscribed list, and then Lions Desk will know not to contact those people again. Yeah, so.
Okay.
So, and then I'm just gonna upload one more list so I can show you guys again here. For contacts. Choose file. Republic. Step 2. Whereas my first name, last name, email, phone number. For all data. So then you'll notice when you go contacts. So it's going to take a few minutes for those lists to show up in there. And then what Aaron's going to talk about is how to actually create the email campaigns and all that to send out, and how you can drip on those different groups. And So now I'm going to send out some different email campaign ideas for reaching out to people. We're not going to talk and really go into detail about this, but this is kind of for you guys just to kind of hold on to and some different content ideas for what to be sending out to people. I recommend mixing it up a bit, talking to give them some sort. It's also about giving them some sort of value, right? So maybe giving them whether it's a market report, tips on how to winterize your home in the winter. Telling them what's going on in their community, but also you can mix in some stuff, kind of some self-promotion in there, and talk about what you do to help people out. So, I don't like to bombard people about, with me, with what I will do for them. I want to give them some sort of value, but then also I'm promoting myself at the same time. So these are just some different ideas that you can be sending out to people. Thank you. And then the next thing here is, so this is Dave Hopkins' 10 Ideas in 2017 to Work Your Sphere. Dave used to teach a class like this, and he's been a master of really being able to leverage his network. He does a lot of business, and a lot of his business in the past has been just from people that he knows and referrals. So I really suggest everybody reading this too. So we're just going to go through talk through the first 9 ideas. And I think these are, like I said, Dave's been a master at this. So if you can apply some of his methods.
We need 2 more.
You need 2 more. Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. Is there not other copies? There should be enough. We might be short a little bit. I can print out some more copies here for you guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make some copies after this for you. Yeah. So I'll start off, then we go to Vicky. So I call approximately 15 past clients a week on Thursdays and Fridays and see how they are doing with house, family, and careers. So every one of my past clients gets a call, voicemail once a quarter.
I send a mailer to each one of my past clients every other month. So everyone in my sphere gets a touch 11 months out of the year on one phone call, email, 2 email, 3 a year, and a appeal letter.
I send out a letter at the end of every year giving my clients a brief, and I mean brief update on my family and what they're doing, and a short appeal, half page. For people that they may know buying or selling. I had numerous calls and comments from clients and how they have enjoyed having kids' life stories included. This is contrary to this second page letter of what everyone in your family is doing throughout the year. We all get these at the end of the year.
I hold small parties for my top 25 referral clients. I always get referrals well into the year. It works so well that I get so many referrals. I have tapered off of this a bit as I wind down a bit in my career, but I will probably incorporate a version of this with it in tandem with the never eat alone idea.
For any referral, buyer or seller, I always send out a gift certificate to a great restaurant chain or restaurants. Whether I get the seller, buyer, or not, along with a personal note of regards. For this to be a legal inducement, it must not be tied to a closing. My clients keep the referrals coming. I made the mistake the other day on a referral of asking what the referral source's favorite restaurant was, and he said Morton's. Do not do that. $50 there gets you one.
Pretty much.
You want the short one or the long one?
I don't want
You're gonna get it.
Okay.
I can handle it.
Whenever I am in Seattle, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Hawaii, Maui, etc., I will always drop off cards and visit a local real estate office and chat with agents in those markets and ask for any incoming or outgoing leads. It's a tremendous way to build realtor referrals from other areas of the country.
Number 7. I have not done this, but I thought it was a whale of an idea. My close friend and realtor Amy of Keller in Kaiser sends out a letter with a Santa application for the kids to fill out to her top 50 referrals. The application requests 3 things that the child wants to work on that their parents have been asking them to do, i.e. making their bed more often, brushing their teeth, do the dishes, etc. The letter is addressed from Santa from North Pole, Alaska. She priority mails them to North Pole, Alaska Post Office, and the letters get sent from there. That's pretty cool. The parents help the kids fill it out, then the parents mail it back to Amy. Then in June, she does another letter addressed to the kids to ask them how they're doing on those certain things from the elves, stamped from the North Pole, Alaska again. The kids shape up real quick from June until Christmas of that year, but the parents were just talking about that for about that one for months. And of course, she is getting tons of referrals from that one. She estimates she sold 16 homes in 12 months alone from this postcard from clients who responded.
Yeah,
Wow.
sorry to throw that one at you.
That's a fun one.
A little work there, but it sounds like it was very fruitful.
So Dave actually does do that. When he's on vacation, he'll always step into a brokerage that he's in the area. It takes 2 seconds. He walks in there and he introduces himself, says, I'm a professional realtor out of Portland. If you have any clients that are ever looking in the Portland market, I'd love to be a resource to them. And he just hands them their cards. And he does this religious every time he goes out of town. And he said he's gotten lots of business from just doing that, So that might be, a lot of this business is about really kind of creative strategy that not everybody's doing to get business. So I think it's a great idea, really.
Does he add them into the drip to trickle them every so often?
I think he probably does do that, or he just calls and checks in with them every once in a while and everything like that. Especially like if you're in Seattle, there's so many people moving from Seattle or or from California to Portland. Step into there and just introduce yourself. Most likely they know somebody moving to Portland. I mean, you look at how many 100 people from California moving to Portland every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So great ideas. Sorry to cut you off, Jason. Want to go over number?
Did we run out of those?
Yeah, I'm gonna pronounce a couple more copies. Yeah.
Is there maybe some underneath that other one?
There isn't. Now I think about it, I might have been short on this one.
Okay.
I'll get you a copy. I'll get you, at least give you mine.
Sure.
So,
never eat alone idea. Invite referral guests into your home 5 to 10 at a time and make sure they are different people every time for a wine and dessert event, football games, lunches, small golf outings, just for fun. The discussion always turns to real estate somehow, but it is a good way for people to meet new friends and talk about what a great job you did as the realtor.
Success postcards. Not bragging postcards. But send out to your sphere a sold listing that has a unique twist or story to it. I used to send out a card every time I sold or listed a house to my sphere, but in 2017 I'm sticking to the just solds because they are about 40% more effective according to Core Fact. We all have 50 chapters of a book we could write on unique or fun real estate stories. Do we? Make it brief and something cool.
cool. Thanks, guys. And so we're not going to go into this whole handout, but got some homework for everybody here. There is scripts on the back of this. Study these scripts and hone down on them as much as you can. These are the top 5 telephone dialogues for contacting your sphere and the influence of new leads. And so what Dave actually talks about, what he does is he actually calls people during hours that they're most likely not going to answer their phone because he wants to leave them a voicemail. And yeah, so this is kind of like just a tool that he uses, and it's just a way of, he doesn't necessarily need to talk to these people, but he just wants to let them know that he's thinking of them, making sure that they're all right. Because again, you're a resource, right? And just letting you know that you're there for them and just reminding them that you're in the business. That's a huge part of this. So
That's good to hear, because
Yeah.
sometimes you feel like, with all your follow-ups you've got to do, it's like I feel like you have to speak to them, and I've been putting off calling,
Yeah.
so I think is it the right time of the day?
the rule
So
of thumb
let's
is
just do it.
after 3 calls of them not answering, stop calling them, because there's because after it could be that they want to use you, but they just start getting to the point where
Yeah.
they're just so annoyed, and so call them 3 times, plan that out through a period of time, and
Yeah.
if they don't answer all 3 times, either they really don't want to use you, or they're going to use you, but they're going to get annoyed if you call them again. So that's kind of the rule of thumb I've heard of in real estate.
Well, I've done a follow-up call,
Yeah.
then a couple of days later a text,
Yes, that's great.
and then maybe I'll follow up with an email. I might try one more call.
Yeah, try it. Yeah, try it all. I know there's life insurance people that I was planning. Like I know for example, there's a life insurance guy that was calling me every single week, and I actually was planning on using him, which wasn't a good time, and he got to the point where he was calling me every other day, and I specifically don't want to use him anymore because of that reason,
It's like, well, he's desperate, doesn't have enough other business. And
Yeah, and it just kind of shows desperation is the way I kind of see it, and then we're gonna get into Aaron's piece in about 5 minutes. If that's all right. So, yeah, it's 4800 Meadows.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's some scripting right here, and we're all gonna. We kind of want to go around the room, and everybody has like their own way of doing things, and I want everybody to give an example of how they would reach out to the sphere to remind them that you're in the business, and because everybody has their own way of letting them know. It might be more structured the way it is, and these different scripts right here. But these scripts are for people for your warm market. These are for people that are that you might not necessarily be friends with, but people that you do know. Some of these scripts are also from Tom Ferry that he preaches on a regular basis. So I'm going to start off the very bottom one here. I'm very laid back when I'm making these calls. You can have it more structured like the 3 above. But my favorite one is this. I was just thinking about you. In fact, that I've been meaning to call you, and I decided today I was just going to pick up the phone and actually call you. So how are things going? Mm-hmm. They'll be much more excited to hear that you've been thinking about them than to hear that you feel guilty for not calling them. Now, you actually can have a conversation as a professional who's reconnecting because you were thinking about them. And then after a minute or so of small talk, you simply let them know that you wanted to reconnect and see if there is anything you can do for them. You may not even want to solicit business from them on this first connection, just reconnect. Mm-hmm. So this is the way that, this is the way I like to go about it, because it's just more, it's less intrusive. It's just letting them know that you're in the business, that you're here for them, that you're a resource. If you have any friends or family that are looking for someone to help out with, their house, or, need vendors, need help with really anything real estate related, that I'm here for you and them. And that's the way I like to go about it. There's other ones, before I liked. So one thing that's great is, as a professional in this business, it's great to be able to network with other professionals, and those are a great source of business. A huge one besides lenders that you guys probably already know about is, financial professionals, so financial advisors. Because most likely that they're going to be talking to their financial advisor when they're thinking about buying or selling a home before they even talk to a realtor. Yeah. So establish relationships with these people in this industry, and let them know that you'd be happy to take care of any clients that they send them away. And the funny thing is that these people will start to really start to preach for you. Like they will go out of their way to name drop you, because also you might be sending them clients their way as well. So anybody that you're doing business with currently, you should have the expectation that they're going to do business with you, and and establish that relationship from the very get-go. And when you're interviewing lenders, financial professionals, CPAs, tell them that you work with people that work with them. So establish those relationships, and these are just great scripting to be able to reach out to these different professionals and letting them know that you'd be happy to talk to them. Send them a thank you card after meeting with them.
What does SOI stand for?
That's sphere of influence.
Oh, thanks.
So when I first got licensed, my first week, I remember I had, I printed out tons of scripts and I put them on my wall because in case I got a phone call, I would know what to say, right? So, so that's something you guys might want to do, starting out.
That's a great idea.
And especially a buyer question sheet, and I can give you a link to all those.
Oh, yes, please.
And basically, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying there?
You'd put on the wall your scripts.
Right, my script.
Buyer.
And so, like, when a buyer calls and they're looking for a home, what questions do you need to ask to kind of vet them to figure out, what they need and figure out what their criteria is. So I would recommend doing those things, so you know what to ask, because you might get off the phone and be like, oh my god, I totally forgot to ask them this.
Exactly
and that.
happened.
One thing you're definitely going to want to get their contact information. That's definitely something that you're going to want to get. So. If we could go around the room really quickly, just talk about how would you connect with your sphere, Martin? Now, let's say it's somebody that you haven't talked to for maybe 2 years, that's within your sphere, but somebody that you wouldn't say is part of your allied resources or your core group of people. How would you do it? Don't mean to put you on the spot there. What kind of line would you give them? For me, it would be, hey. Let's say this is somebody that I don't really know, but like, hey, I know that you're friends with Brody. It's been a while since we've talked, but I just want to let you know that I'm in real estate now, and I like to work with people that I like and that are within my network and people that I know will align well with my business. So if you or anyone you ever know is looking to buy or sell real estate, maybe they're even thinking about it and they want more information on it, just know that I'm a resource for them and that they can call me anytime. Now, if I may ask, this will really help out my business if you could refer me to at least 5 of your family or friends when they reach out to them. And this could be meeting up for coffee and giving them 5 business cards and telling them to hand out 5. Can you do me a favor in the next month? Can you hand out 5 of these business cards to your closest family or friends or anybody that's looking to buy or sell? So it can be really nonchalant and just letting them know that you're there for them and that you're a resource. And then, it could be just a mutual friend. And just saying like, hey, I know you're friends with Brian. We haven't met yet. But I'm really, looking to, earn a sphere of business here, and I'm happy to help. Just want to, it's just really, put it out there and then let them talk and listen. Because they might talk about, oh, well, I actually know this person that's in the business, or I'll be in the business, I'll be looking in the next 6 months, or so. Or they might say that I'm a family or friend that I plan on working with, and then at that point you just say, you know what, well, family is great. It's good to be able to work with people that you trust and everything. Who do they work for? I might know them, So that's something about it. How would you be more laid back, or would you go straight in for the business? Say, hey, I'm a realtor. When do you plan on buying?
No.
How would you go?
I wouldn't go straight into the business. I'd do probably something quite similar to what you just said. Just give them a call, say, hey, how's it going? This is Martin. Haven't talked to you in a while.
Right.
Hung out a little while ago. You're friends of so and so, and just want to see how you're doing. May have some little small talk right there, and say, I just want to let you know that I've started a new business, new career, and I'm in real estate. And just kind of see what they say, I guess, and take it from there, and tell them that you'd be a good resource for them or any of their friends, and if anyone is looking to buy or sell, and let them know to pass on their info to me.
Awesome. Kristen, you've been in the business for how long now? Probably 2.5 years now. Gotcha. So so you were at that point when you had to, connect with your sphere and let them know that you're in the business.
I mean,
and you still do, right?
That's pretty much how I get the business that I do have, is through friends and family and whatever. I mean, it's like, my husband's playing on a, 50 and over slow pitch team, and start talking to one of his guys who's looking to move, and he's like, hey, my wife's in the biz, give her a call, she'll hook you up, kind of thing. So it's just kind of reaching out to people and kind of casually, it always comes up in conversation at some point, whether it's you know, hey, let so and so know. And you know, like you said, some people say, well, I have family or you know whatever that I want to work with, and it's like, that's great. You know, if I can help in any way, let me know, real estate or non-real estate related. And that's kind of how I do it. Is I try to make it, you know, hey, I'm here as a resource for you with the Prop M stuff. If people are, you know, especially if they're new to the area and stuff, it's like, hey, you know, down the road, if you're looking to buy, I'd love to help you. But in the meantime, you know, I'm born and raised here. Let me see if I can help you in any way. And, you know, I know the area really well. Let me be a resource for you, kind of thing. And, you know, I've had pretty good luck with that. So.
Yeah. Off to a good start this year.
Yeah.
Right. Does anybody have any other ideas on how they reach Dahlia?
When it's a mutual friend, if I don't know the person I'm going to contact,
Yeah.
I usually ask the friend that I do know to sort of introduce us, either by an email or whatever, connect us.
Yeah.
This way it's not coming coldly out of, hey, I'm calling up, who is this person? So, because I do get referrals in different ways. So I like if the middle person connects us first, and then I'll pick up the phone and, you know, introduce myself.
Yeah.
See if I can't maybe meet them in person, take them out for coffee, or just stop in and say hi and just, you know, and like she just mentioned, become a resource for those people. Just kind of put a friendly face on it. But I like that intro at first when it's a mutual friend. I find that that's more comfortable for the person I'm going to call. They already know that they're planning that I am going to at least reach out to them in some way.
Right.
I feel like Facebook is a pretty good way to get
Connect.
connect to people
Yeah.
who you haven't seen in a while, and like the Facebook Messenger now. Just like give them a quick text on Messenger. Pretty much everybody has Messenger now, and just say, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, messengers.
Whatever, even if you're having a party or something, like, hey, just
Come on over.
thought I'd invite you over.
Yeah.
Come on
Come
over,
on
man.
I'm having a bunch of people over. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then after that first meeting, you go, you know, then go plan out maybe in your CRM and say, okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to send them a card in a month from now, you know, and then the next month I'm going to be setting up another follow-up call with them. So that's, you know, that's important. Again, it's about, you know, tapping into your network and then your network's network, and that's the way, the easiest way to grow your business is through mutual friends, mutual contacts, and that sort of thing. So.
If you do have a kind of a get together, which is always a good idea, you know, then they're among friends, the people that they know that might put you together anyways, might be there anyways. I always find it's nice to send them a quick note, thanks for attending, or thanks for coming on over, it was great to see you, you know. So I do little thank you notes, handwritten notes, and I've done that in different types of businesses. And I find people like that you just took a chance and just sent them a thanks, and
Yeah,
that's
that
it. There's
personal
sort of
touch
like
makes
a
a
little
big
note,
difference.
yeah.
And send him a dancing bear.
Bottle of wine.
Yeah, great. So yeah, you know, in your first six months in this business, I would really hone down on all of this stuff, and then, but I'd also mix in some cold calling here and there too. You know, that might not be something that you really want to implement in your business because you hate the thought of cold calling and all that, but you know, I would suggest getting some scripting for that too as well. You're laughing. Is that something that you would just absolutely hate?
No, I was just laughing.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we can go into the CRM part of this. This is Aaron Stell. He's with WFG, and yeah, he's very well versed in any type of technology and marketing, and he's going to be showing all the different details of the CRM. And
Yeah, if you guys want to take a little break,
we'll probably
too.
take a little break first. If you guys want a little 5-minute bathroom break, if you guys want to. Yeah, I'll get you copies. Yep.